Hello. Today in this class we are going to discuss some important questions in coordinate geometry for 10th class. In the previous class I already explained, this is second part of coordinate geometry for 10th class students. In the first part we already discussed about some questions. They are on distance formula. So the distance between 2 points, you know that for example A comma B are any two points, then the distance is under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This we learned in the previous class, and what are the application of this formula, and we solved some different types of questions on the basis of this distance formula. But in this class, another important formula is there for 10th class students, that is section formula. On the basis of this section formula, we are going to solve some different questions, and these are very important for 10th class students, and these pattern questions you have to practice, then only you can solve the questions in the examination. So these are some important patterns. I have selected near about 5 patterns here. So before that, I want to explain what is section formula. Section formula is nothing but, for example, if you take any one line segment, here A comma B is my line segment, and the vertices of A is x1, y1, and the vertices, coordinates of A is x1, y1, and the coordinate of B is x2, y2. So if I take any point on this line, you say this is point P. Now this P is dividing AB into two parts. Now this P is dividing AB into two parts. One part is AP and another part is PB or BP. So if you take according to the ratio wise, this is AP is to PB. That is equal to, we can say, as M is N. The ratio, it will become M is N. So P divide AB in the ratio M is N. Then how to find the coordinates of P? That is called as the section formula. So this is in your syllabus. To find the point P which divides AB in the ratio M is to N means the coordinates of P formula is M into x2 plus N into x1 by M plus N, and M into y2 plus N into y1 by M plus N. So this is the formula to find the coordinates of P when the ratio is given M is to N and the coordinates of A and B is given. Then if you put those values in this formula, you will get the coordinates of P. So this is one of the interesting formula. On the basis of this formula, you will get so many different of questions in your exam. So P is the point on AB. It is dividing AB in the ratio M is to N. Then if you want to find the coordinates of P, you need to use this formula, that is M into x2 and N into x1 by M plus N, M into y2 plus N into y1 plus M plus N. So this is the formula to find the point P on AB. So by using this formula, today we are going to solve some different types of questions, but the questions are not direct questions. They will give you some different pattern questions. So we need to concentrate on those patterns. Here my first question, if you see, this is one of the important pattern question for 10th class students. It will come under 4 marks. So here my question is, point P divides the line segment joining the points 2, 1 and B 5, -8 such that AP by AB is equal to 1 by 3. If P lies on the line 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0, find the value of P. Here the question itself, it is having two questions. This is a combination of two questions. Here point P divides the line segment joining the points. This is the line segment where A is 2, 1 and B is 5, 8. So here ratio is not given. Here the question, if you understand the question, this is my line segment AB. So A point is given as 2, 1 and B is given as 5, -8, and P is a point on AB. Such that is given is AP by AB is equal to 1 by 3. So AP is is equal to 1:3 is given. So if you understand, if you concentrate on the question, here you required to find the ratio of P which dividing AB line segment. So here given thing is AP. AP means this part and AB means entire this line segment. The ratio between these two parts is given as 1:2. By seeing, if you draw the appropriate figure, you can say that therefore AP is to PB should be equals to what, Nana? This is one part and this entire thing is three parts. Therefore this part will be 2. So this is one part and this is two parts, entire parts is 3. Therefore the ratio of P is 1:2. So this is 1:2. So the ratio of P and AB is 1:2. First we require to find the ratio of P and AB, that is 1:2. Now if you continue the question, so what are the coordinates of P is asking. First we require to find the coordinates of point. So here we can use P coordinates are m into x2 plus n into x1 by m plus n by formula. So m into y2 plus n into y1 by m plus n. So this is the formula to find the coordinates of the point P. So here m and n, that is nothing but m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 2, and x1 is 2, y1 is 1 and x2 is 5, y2 is -8. Now if you put those values in the formula, you will get the coordinates of P. Now what I am doing, m means 1 into x2 is 5 plus n is 2 into x1 is 2 by m plus n means 1 plus 2, comma, m 1 into y2 is -8, comma, next n is 2 plus n into 2 into y1 is nothing but 1 by 1 plus 2 means m plus n. So P is equal to 1 into 5 is 5 plus 4 by 3, comma, -8 plus 2 by 3. So the P is nothing but 9 by 3, comma, -6 by 3. The coordinates of P is 3, comma, -2. If you simplify, you will get 3, comma, -2. So now I got the coordinates of P, that is 3, comma, -2. But the question is, he's not asking P. What are the coordinates of P? He's asking this point P lies on a line 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0. Then find the value of here k you want to write. I am sorry, this question is k. Find the value of k. So this point which is the point is given in the figure, this point also lies on a line. See, if you take one line like this, what is the line equation is given? This is 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0. This is the line equation. So this P lies on this line means it need to satisfy that line equation. The line equation is given what? 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0. This is the line equation. So P lies on this line. Therefore 2 into x is equal to 3 minus y is equal to -2 plus k is equal to 0. This is 6 plus 2 plus k is equal to 0. This is 8 plus k is equal to 0. Therefore k is equal to -8. So this is the value of k, that is equal to -8. So this is very interesting question. In the given question is not asking what are the coordinates of P. But without finding the coordinates of P, we cannot find the value of K. So the question is where AB is divided by P in the ratio of 1:2. This is also not given directly. It is given AP by AB is equal to 1:3 is given. Then by that information, we find the ratio of AP is to PB, that is equal to 1:2. After finding the ratio, just you want to find the coordinates of P by using the section formula. By using the section formula, you will get the coordinates of P, that is 3, comma, -2. Now, if you read the question, this P lies on AB. By the way, it lies on the equation that is 2x minus y plus k is equal to 0. If you put x value as 3 and y value is -2 on this equation, then you will get the value of k. So this is the value of k. So it is this pattern questions you will get in your annual exam. You need to practice this type of pattern questions. So next pattern, I am going to next pattern. This is also very interesting. So these are all important pattern questions for all 10th class students for your annual examination, whatever it may be. Some exams you will get these type of questions only, mainly who are writing standard paper. So these type of questions only you will get in your exam. They never give direct question. So find the ratio in which the point P 11 comma y divides the line segment joining the points A 15 comma 5, B 9 comma 20. Also find the value of y. Here two questions are there. Here AB is one line segment. AB is one line segment and the coordinates of A is given as 15 comma 5 and B is given as 9 comma 20. So big values is given 15 comma 5 and B is 9 comma 20. Find the ratio in which point. One point P is on this AB. So that P coordinates are given as 11 comma y. Two things he is asking here. In what ratio that P divides AB and what is the value of y? These two questions you have to solve in this question. So in what ratio this P divides AB, by the way, he is asking to find the value of y. So this is also very interesting question. Let the ratio of P on AB is equal to K:1. This is very interesting thing. You should not take M:(n). If you want to find the ratio of any point on a line segment, you should not take M:(n). You want to take K:1. Why? Because every ratio we can convert into K in the form of K:1. For example, I will tell you here 2:3 is there. This 2:3 I can convert in the form of K:1 by dividing 2 both sides. 2 by 2 is to 3 by 2. So this become 1. So it will become changes into 1:3 by 2. And I mean this 1:k. If you divide the given question by 3, this become 2 by 3 is to 3 by 3. So this is 2 by 3 is to 1. So now it is converted into K:1. So when you want to find the value of ratio, I mean when you ask the find ratio, you want to take that ratio should be in K:1 or 1:k you want to take. So this is very important concept. If you take M and N, it is very complicated to find the ratio of that particular file. So here what I did, let the ratio of P and B is, this ratio is K:1. Now, according to the given question, point P is, my formula is M into X2 plus N into X1 by M plus N, comma, M into Y2 plus N into Y1 by M plus N. So that point is given already, that is 11 comma Y. Here if you substitute these values, what happened you see. According to my assumption, I mean K into 9. So K into 9 plus 1 into 15. 1 into 15 by M plus N means K plus 1, comma, K into 20 mean by 2 plus 1 into Y1 means 1 into 5 by K plus 1. So this is the coordinates of P and already it is given 11 comma Y. So this is P. So 9 into K, this become 9K plus 15 by K plus 1, comma, 20K plus 1 into 5 is 5 by K plus 1, it is given that is equal to 11 comma Y. So this point is equals to this point, then you can compare the coordinates, I mean X coordinate and Y coordinate. So if I take the first one, 9K, therefore directly you can write 9K plus 15 by K plus 1 is equal to 11. By cross multiplication, 9K plus 15 is equal to 11K plus 11. So 9K minus 11K is equal to 11 minus 15. So this is 2K minus 2K, this is minus 4. Minus 2K, this is minus 4. Minus minus become cancel. K is equal to 4 by 2. So 1s are 2s are, K is equal to 2. Therefore, ratio of P on AB is equal to, we assume that K:1, my K value I got 2, therefore the ratio is 2:1. So I got here 2. Now what is asking, find the value of K. Now just you put No, you compare the y coordinates, then you will get the value of k. That is nothing but 20k plus 5 by k plus 1 is equal to y. Now you put the value of k value I got 2 here. 20 into k means 2 plus 5 by 2 plus 1 is equal to 5. 20 plus into 2 is 45. 40 plus 5 is 45 by 3 is equal to y. 3 ones are 15s are. Therefore, y is equal to 50. So, this is the value of y. Here I solved two questions. The first question, I find the ratio in which P divides the given line segment AB. That is k is to 1 we assume. Then k value I got 2. Therefore, ratio of P on AB is 2 is to 1. And afterwards I find the value of y by comparing the y coordinates. First ratio, I find the ratio by comparing the x coordinate. Then I got k is equal to 1. Therefore, the ratio is 2 is to 1. Afterwards, if you compare the y coordinates, you will find the value of y by substituting the k value in the given question. So this is one of the interesting pattern. In this question, you required to find the ratio. By the by, you want to find the value of y. We go for the third pattern. It is also very complicated, and this pattern questions also you will get in your exam. So if you read the question properly, then you will get the answer easily. And here also we are using only section formula. In this class we are using to solve all these questions by section formula only. So you read the third question. If 3, 3, 6, y, 6, 7 and 5, 6 are the vertices of a parallelogram. Just you draw a neat diagram of a parallelogram and you give the names for the vertices. You say A, B, C, D. So you want to take in order or clockwise or anti-clockwise. The first point is given as 3, 3. Second point is given as 6, y. And third point is given as x, 7. And fourth point is given as 5, 6. Now just the information is ABCD is a parallelogram and is asking what are the values of x and y. Here is asking. So this is also so many times in exams it is asked. But if you know the properties of a parallelogram, it is easy to solve the question. So here, if I join the diagonals of a parallelogram ABCD, they will meet at point O. If I join the diagonals, they will meet at a point O. So according to the properties of parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. AC is one diagonal and DB is one diagonal. They will bisect each other. What is this meaning? So O is the midpoint of AC. By the by, O is the midpoint of BD. Bisect means that bisecting means making two equal parts. Therefore, O is the midpoint of both diagonals. That statement here I am writing. That is the midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of DB. According to the properties of a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. Therefore, the midpoints of their diagonals should be equal. You know that the midpoint of AC means the formula is x1 plus x2. This formula also you will get by section formula. Midpoint means you want to take it as a ratio as 1 is to 1. If you substitute 1 is to 1 in the formula, you will get this formula. Midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. Same here, x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So the midpoint of AC is this one, the midpoint of DB is this one. Just I used the capital letters because this formula is same. So in case of AC, what is x1? 3, x2 is x. So 3 plus x by 2 comma y1 plus y2, 3 plus 7 by 2 should be equals to, what is x1, x2 in the case of DB? That is 5 plus 6 by 2 comma 6 plus y by 2. So this statement I got. When the two coordinates are equal, you can compare x coordinate and y coordinate. By that you will get the values of x and y. So if I compare this one is equal to this one, this is nothing but 3 plus x by 2 should be equals to 5 plus 6 by 2. This two cancel. 3 plus x is equal to 11. Therefore, x is equal to 11 minus 3. So x is equal to 8. So this is the value of x. And if you compare the y coordinates, 6 plus y by 2 should be equals to 3 plus 7 by 2. 2 cancel. 6 plus y is equal to 10. Therefore, y is equal to 10 minus 6. Therefore, y is equal to 4. So this is the value of y. So this is one of the interesting concept. It is in your textbook. So this type of questions also you will get in your exam. Here what we are required to know, what are the properties of a parallelogram. By using those properties, it is solved easily. The diagonals bisect each other. Therefore, the midpoints of their diagonals should be equal. That property, according to that property, the midpoint of AC means one diagonal should be equals to the midpoint of another diagonal DB. That property I used here. And if you substitute those values and if you compare x coordinates and y coordinates, you will get the values of x and y. So this is also one of the interesting question in your 10th class standard. So this question also so many times it is asked in your annual exam, particularly for standard students, I mean who are facing the standard question paper in your annual. So these type of questions you will get in your exam. So you require to concentrate all these type of questions and you need to practice more according to these given patterns, I mean pattern of questions. Here the fourth question, find the ratio in which the point minus 3 comma k divides the Jn of minus 5 comma 4 and b minus 2 comma 3. Also find the value of k. This is also two questions. Here two questions are there. Find the ratio in which the point, here one line segment is there, which the point 3 comma k divides the join. This join is 5 minus 5 comma minus 4 and other point is given as minus 2 comma 3. So you give some name, this is A and this is B. This is the join of AB, means AB is a line segment. On this line segment, one point is there, you say this is point P. The coordinates of P is given as minus 3 comma K. Then here two questions he is asking. So in what ratio this point P is dividing AB and what is the value of K? So in the previous question also we did this question, but there is given as a ratio, I mean AP by AB. But here it is not given any condition, directly is asking to find the ratio of P where AB is divided by P. Let the ratio, I already told you, let the ratio of P on AB is equal to, you want to take as k is to 1. If you want to find the ratio, you should take the ratio should be k is to 1. Therefore, according to the formula, P should be m into x2 plus n into x1 by m plus n, and another one is m into y2 plus n into y1 by m plus n. So these P coordinates are given, that is minus 3 comma k. Now if you put those values in the given formula, here m is equal to the ratio we have taken as k is to 1, you want to take k into x2 means minus 2 plus n is 1 into minus 5 by k plus 1 comma, next k into 3 plus 1 into minus 4. Just I am substituting x2, x1 values and y2, y1 values on the given formula. This is k plus 1. So that is equal to minus 3 comma k. Now this is minus 2k minus 5 by k plus 1 comma 3k minus 4 by k plus 1. So this is equals to minus 3 comma k. Now it is easy to find the value of k. Now what I want to do here, this should be compared, that is minus 2k minus 5 by k plus 1 is equal to minus 3. If you cross multiply it, minus 2k minus 5 is equal to 3k plus 1. So this is minus 2k minus 3k is equal to 1 plus 5. So here we did something. What is this? Find the value of k, divides the line segment to find the value of k. Again, here ratio also I have taken k terms only. If you take this is m is to k, then it will be m also not, it you say as p is to k. This is p into minus 2 and this is p into 3 and this will be 2p and this will be 3p. And here we got minus 3, minus 3k, minus 3, minus, if you cross multiply this, here also you want to take as p because 2 are as given. So this is minus 3p minus 3. Then what happened, you see, this is also p only. Minus 2p plus 3p is equal to minus 3 plus 5. So my p is equal to 2. Therefore, the ratio is what we assumed, p is to 1, that is equal to 2 is to 1. I got the ratio. Now I want to find the value of k. So this is nothing but if you compare the y coordinates, you will get the value of k. That is 3p minus 4 by k plus 1 is equal to k. So here p only you want to write. So I already taken, assume that the ratio is p is to 1. So this is p. Again, if you put the value of p in the formula, that is 3 into 2 plus minus 4 by p plus 1 means 2 plus 1 is equal to 3 is equal to k. 6 minus 4, this is 2 is equal to 3k. So the k is equal to 2 by 3. This is the value of k. Here I got the value of ratio. That ratio is 1 is 2 is to 1. And by using that ratio, I mean k value, p value, then you will get the value of k by putting in the y coordinate, then you will get the value of k. So this is also an interesting concept which is given in your annual exam. Find the ratio in which, so find the ratio is asking to find the ratio, by the by is asking to find the value of k. So k is 2 times repeated when if you assume the ratio is k is to 1, it will be repeated 2 times. That's why I assume the ratio is p is to 1. By that you will get the value of k. The last question, it is also very interesting. On the basis of x coordinate and y coordinate, and here also we are using section formula only. But it is very easy if you know about the x coordinate and y coordinate on the Cartesian plane, the properties of x coordinate and y coordinates. So if you know those things, the last question also solved easily. So what is the last question once you check it? So the last question is, in what ratio is the line segment joining? So this is a line segment. You take line segment is like this. You say this is A, B. So A is given as 2 comma minus 3. B is given as 5 comma 6. So here it is divided by x coordinate. This is x-axis, you say this is y-axis. So this is origin, you say. So it is divided by x-axis. This line is divided by x-axis. Here you need to concentrate. For example, sometimes this line segment will be divided by y coordinate also. But according to my question, at what ratio the line segment joining these 2 points divided by the x coordinate? Also find the coordinate of the point on x-axis. For example, this is a point which is on x coordinate. You say this point is P. If it is on x-axis, the point formation will be x comma 0. You should not take x comma y. Every point on the x-axis is in the form of x comma 0. Every point on the y-axis is in the form of 0 comma y. That concept you should know. If you apply that concept, it is easy to solve. So now my point on AB is P, that is x comma 0. Let the ratio, same concept, ratio of P on AB. We assume that k is to 1. So what we are assuming, this ratio is k is to 1. Now you can solve it easily. What are the P? P is nothing but according to section formula, P is m into x2 plus n into x1 by m plus n. Next m into y2 plus n into y1 by m plus n. And the point is given as x comma 0. Now you put those value. M means k into x2 means 5 plus n is 1. 1 into 2 by k plus 1 comma. Next one is m into k into 6 plus 1 into y2 is minus 3 by k plus 1. That is equal to, is given as x comma 0. Point is x comma 0. Now first if you want to find, first you require to find the ratio. Just you compare the y coordinates, that is 6k minus 3 by k plus 1 is equal to 0 by cross multiplication. 6k minus 3 is equal to 0. 6k is equal to 3. Therefore k is equal to 3 by 6. Therefore k is equal to 1 by 2. So this is the value of k. Therefore ratio is equal to 1 is to 2. The ratio is equal to 1 is to 2. Afterwards, he is asking to find the value of x. Now you compare the value of x coordinates. This is 5k plus 2 by k plus 1 is equal to x. So k is equal to 1 by 2, 5 into 1 by 2 plus 2 by 1 by 2 plus 1 is equal to x. This become 5 by 2 plus 2 by, this is 3 by 2 is equal to x. Afterwards, this is 9 by 2 into 2 by 3 is equal to x. If you cancel this, so x is equal to 3. Therefore, the point on x-axis is equal to x. I got 3 comma 0. So this is very interesting question, and it is asked so many times in your exam. Sometimes you will ask to find the point on y-axis, means you want to take that point should be 0 comma y. Then the same thing you want to apply, then you will get the point on y-axis, but the point should be 0 comma y. But in this question is given that point is on x-axis, that's why I taken it is x comma 0. And ratio I assumed at k is to 1. Two questions are there. The first one, you want to find the ratio of x-axis which is dividing AB. That I got is the ratio is 1:2. After getting the ratio, if you substitute the k value in the y-x coordinate, then directly you will get the value of x, that x is equal to 3. Therefore, he is asking what is x? He is asking the point on the x-axis, that is equal to 3 comma 0. So these are some interesting pattern questions in your 10th class syllabus. So if you solve these questions, I mean if you solve these pattern questions, it is easy for to solve your exam questions. But you never expect direct question. 2 points will be given. What is the ratio? That such a type of direct question you never expect. You require to solve these type of standard questions. So these are the important concepts in your coordinate geometry. This is part 2. Thank you.